For a person with albinism, the myths surrounding persons with albinism are deeply rooted in certain stereotypes that has been over time enforced by the society. And I must state that some of these stereotypes and assumptions are unfounded. You can hear issues around albinism that women with albinism are love charms. You hear cases that women with albinism are more like a cure to poverty, and you discover that women with albinism also tend to, people tend to believe that their reproductive organs, their sexual organs, is experienced differently, like someone without albinism, and this has further enforced, gender-based violence, sexual and gender-based violence for persons with albinism, which of course you know that most times they are being approached by the opposite sex, not because of genuine love, not because of a deep connection, but because they want to have an experience based on the assumptions that are already existent and propelled in society. Of course, you see people going into marriage with persons with albinism, not out of commitment or connection, but because they feel that this person with albinism is supposed to be a love charm. And you know what happened at the end of the day when this person does not get rich after marriage? They tend to get frustrated, abuse their partner.
Love charm to take care of what in particular?
To address their poverty issue. They believe that when you are with a woman with albinism as a spouse, or a male with albinism as a spouse, you are already, on your way to acquiring wealth. And of course, we also have some areas, local practices where they see persons with albinism either as a curse or as a god, as a deity to be served or worshipped. And of course, you see this thing play out in areas where if someone with albinism, in localities where they are seen as a curse, they are ostracized, excluded, people do not want to associate with them. And for any man or any woman or any caregiver who brings you in is seeing you as an object of pity, is seeing it as if they are doing you one kind of favor. But at the end of the day, they get mistreated, get abused, because they are looked at as people who do not have a say, who are objects to be pitied, who are objects to be favored. And then for the part of the country where albinism is seen as a son or daughter of the deity, where they are supposed to be worshipped, it also to a certain level scare away people who want to genuinely connect and associate with you, because you know how we view deities. That deity is that person or that being that when they are angry with you, they bless you. When they are not angry with you, you are hereby cursed. And at the end of the day, they shouldn't be messed with. So people, communicate with you at an arm's length. They do not want to be, very close. It's not genuine. And of course, it has further enforced sexual and gender-based violence. Also, now because of the issue about person with albinism being a love charm, we see them being used as rituals. Where they are objects of people use their parts for all these organ harvesters. They use their parts, sell their parts at a very high price, believing that at the end of the day it weighs and it costs higher than someone without albinism, and this places them at a higher risk of sexual and gender-based violence.